Hi guys, Little Lady here. Right, so today it's going to be another simple one. I do apologise if you feel like all I'm doing is just simple recipes. We're still getting over the flu. Ian thinks it's COVID, and I must admit, the way I've felt the last 2 weeks, I tend to agree with him. I have good hours and then bad hours. It's not even good days and bad days. I can feel absolutely brilliant, crack on doing everything, and then the next thing I'm having to sit down because I'm sweating, my nose is running, everything. But anyway, that's not what you want to hear. So today I'm going to use some of the Costco's haul. When I asked you if there's anything that you wanted to see, I had about 3 or 4 comments about the Nduja and the prawns that we had, to do a pasta dish with that. And I just thought, dead easy, dead simple, I'm going to do a prawn and Nduja pasta. So I'll bring you down and I'll show you the ingredients. So the first thing is I took out yesterday and had them in the fridge to frost overnight, is some of them prawn crevettes that we got from Costco's. I have the Nduja sausage. Now, if you don't know what this is, it's a pork sausage. Well, it's a pork sausage meat with Calabrian chilies in it. It's got a little bit of a kick, but it's not blow your head off. And this pack we got from Costco's, it's actually got 2 times 100 grams. So I will be using that. It's got a brilliant date on it, which is the 5th of the 2nd, 2026. So the other one can just stay in the fridge and we'll use it for whenever you want. It tells you up there all of the business that's in it, but I'm not interested in that at all. I have some lemon to go squeeze over at the end. I have a tin of chopped tomatoes and this is the pasta we've got in the house. It's already opened. Ian used it for something. So I'm just going to continue using that. I'm not going to have masses of bits of pasta in the cupboard. And to finish it off, I have got some parmesan. Now, I have been told, well, it's a thing that apparently the Italians don't like fish and cheese. Don't see why that could be a problem. Fish is lovely, cheese is lovely. Put them together, absolutely brilliant. So the whole thing about this recipe is actually just the preparation. So I'm going to start prepping this. The first thing I'm going to do is the crevettes, and then we'll get on and start cooking it. Right, so the first thing I'm going to deal with is these little fellas here. When we bag them up, obviously we put the date, which is the 1st to the 10th, and how much weight it was. Now this is with some heads on. I know a lot of people don't like that, but a lot of the flavour is in the head. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the head off and just peel it, go beside where the legs are. It's the weakest part, and just get underneath there, take it off. These would have been better if they weren't cooked, but they were cheap. I think we got about 6 or 7 bags of 250 grams out of it. So it's one of those things, do you know what I mean? We did shell out nearly £100. However, our freezer is chock-a-block with so many bits in there for meals, for snacks, for all sorts that we can do. So just take the shell bit off. As you can see, that's all done. First thing I want to do, because these are big fellas, is I'm going to cut it in half this way. My board's moving again. I didn't put what I was told and put a damp cloth underneath, which I will do once I finish this. So I'm going to cut it in half. It also gives you the option, I'm going to put that to one side because I am going to be using the shells. And just get rid of that. Little tiny bit there. And I'm just going to cut it in half. So out of 1, I'm getting 4 bits of prawn. So I'm just going to do one more for you. Smaller one this time. Take the head off. Looks barbaric, but really it's not. The prawn doesn't know what you're doing, it's already gone. Right. And then just keep going. Sometimes it's easier if you take the little tail bit off first. And if you're really lucky, that would pull out the poo sac. I've seen that done, but I think it's just an AI thing because it's never ever happened for me. So I'm just going to make sure the shell's off. Certainly is. Cut it down again. And there it is. Get rid of this. And that side. You don't have to get every single scrap out of it. I mean, it says it's the poo sac, but you know, it's not like our poo. Let's get rid of that. Cut them in half. Right, so I'm just going to carry on with these and then I'll come back. Right, so they're all peeled and cleaned. So I've got a little pan on here and I've just got it on a medium-low heat. I'm just going to pop a little bit of vegetable oil in there, just checking to see what oil it was. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fry off. This might look gross, but believe me, it gives you one of the best flavours. All of the shells, the heads, everything. I'm going to put everything in there. And I'm going to just... loads and loads of flavour comes out of this. And I'm just going to fry these off probably for about 5 to 10 minutes and I'll come back once it's all done. Right, so that's had a few minutes there. It doesn't look like it's changed very much, but what I'm going to do now is put in the tin of tomatoes. I'm just going to slosh that out with a little bit of water. Just about 2 tablespoons of water in there. In fact, I think there's probably just about 1 there. And just let this go just for a few minutes. Don't worry, we'll be taking all of the bits out. So it's nearly just about done now. We're just going to get my other pan ready to put in the andouille sausage, and then we'll get the pasta on to boil. Right, while my pan's warming up for this sausage, I'm just going to show you what I've done. I've just put these all into a colander and I'm just pressing it through. It looks a bit of a mess underneath, but the flavour, honestly, it doesn't taste really fishy, and I know a lot of people aren't keen on fish and shellfish, but it does not taste fishy. It just tastes salty, the sea, and just get all of that flavour through the tomatoes, through the prawn shells. Right, we'll come back over to the hob and we'll sort out the andouille. Right, so I've got my pan on, I've got it on a medium heat, and this is how it comes. There's 2 of those in that pack. There's a little bit of a tab system there. Let's see if it's going to work, if I can even get into it. Haha. Let's have a look. And it's just like soft salami with some spices in it. So I'm just going to... Is it just going to dump out, do you think? Absolutely not. I didn't expect any other thing. Come on, that's it. As soon as you put it in, you can see that red colour coming out. And I'm just going to spend a little bit of time, let it warm up a little bit. It's easier to put into little bits when it's warm. And I'm just going to get some water in for my pasta. I've got my pan there, and then I'll come back to you as soon as this is done. Right, so that's had a few minutes, and it's just come down to a little bit of nothing. I'm just going to pop the tomato sauce in that's been strained off. Pop that straight in there. Just let that cook. I'm going to put the prawns in probably about 2 minutes before the end. I'm just going to have a little taste of this. A spoon, see if it needs any salt or any pepper. Oh God, that's lovely. Ooh, that's absolutely gorgeous. Do you know what? It doesn't need anything. You've just got that little bit of a tingle on the back of your throat off that Nduja. So I'm just going to bring it up a little bit. And there's my pan of water for the pasta. Pour a few of these in. These only take about 7 minutes. That's what it says on the packet. There we go. That's enough. Bring that back up to the boil. And by the time that's half cooked, I'll put the prawns in with this and then put it all together. So I'll be back in a minute. Right, there's 1 minute left of that. I'm just going to pop a little bit. Oh, there it is. Actually, it's less than 1 minute. I'm just going to pop a little bit of lemon juice in here. It doesn't look much, but I tell you what, the flavours in there are absolutely incredible. So I'm just going to turn the pasta off, bring the pan closer so it doesn't muck up your hob too much, and just pop it in there. Oh, you know, when you've had a cold or the flu or whatever, and you can't really taste much, you need something that's got a strong-ish flavour. This is not spicy at all, to be perfectly honest, but it has got a lot of flavour. Just making sure that I've got all of the pasta out. Yeah, that's that all done. So we'll just mix this all together. Oh, and I have Ian's upstairs watching the rugby, by the way, if you can hear sort of like getting and all of that sort of business, which I can. Don't know if you've picked it up on you's lot. Oh. Oh, this is... I do apologise if he swears, because when he's watching sport, he does tend to have a little bit of a potty mouth. So if you do hear that, then I do apologise in advance. I'm going to put a little bit. I'm just going to get a little bit of a ladle, just about half a ladle full, just about that much in, just to bring it all together. Oh, I honestly do. I have got some basil. You could put some basil in there if you wanted to, but to be honest, I don't think you need it with this one. So I'm going to come back over and we'll plate some up. Alright, so I'm just going to use these tongs and this. Oh, I'm just going to get a few bits of the prawns. Honestly, this just, and considering I haven't really got much of my smell or taste back. Just going to move that over. And in here, I'm going to put some parmesan, because to me, you cannot have pasta without some parmesan on the top. So there we go, that's my prawn and Nduja pasta. So let's have a bit of a taste. Prawn and Nduja pasta, absolutely gorgeous. So I think it's got to be tasting time. Right, I'm starving, he can wait. And there it is. Oh. First thing I want to do is get a bit of the pasta. Not too much, because I've got a light top on. You're going to put bets downstairs to see if I actually slop. So there we go. Oh my goodness. That is incredible. Just a few little ingredients. A little bit of pasta left stuck in the side of my mouth. Right. Bit with the prawns. You can still taste the prawns because I used all of the heads and the shells in the tomato sauce. If you haven't got them, I don't think it would make a huge amount of difference. But if you've got prawns like that and you can use them, please use them. It doesn't look great, I do get that, but the taste is incredible. So thank you once again. We are excuse me, the both of us are trying to get back into doing my videos again. It's been a bit of a rough ride, but we will get there and we'll come back stronger. I'm sure we will. So again, thank you very much for watching, for all your likes, your subscribes. Oh, and I keep getting told off because I'm not seeing the new hype. Please do the new hype as well. So that would be absolutely incredible if you could do that. Sorry, I keep thinking to myself. Do apologise for that. Every now and again I come into a bit of a coughing fit, but that's done now. So once again, like I say, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. See you later. Bye.